أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Katsina State, Malanduko Marat, PhD, CON, the Right Honorable Speaker, Katsina State House of Assembly, Malad, the Chief Judge in absentia, the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker, the House Leader, other honorable members of the House, especially the Chairman of the Appropriation Committee, Secretary to the Government of the State, Head of the Service, other members of the State Executive Council here present, especially the Honorable Commissioner of Budget and Economic Planning, Permanent Secretaries, other senior government officials, gentlemen of the press, Assalamu alaikum. We're indeed grateful to God the Almighty as we gather here in the council chamber to be part of a very important history where His Excellency is going to perform the official signing of the 2026 Appropriation Law, titled Building Your Future 3. Your Excellency, with your confirmation, I'd like to give the rundown of the engagement. First, we will offer the opening prayer, and then I will proceed to invite the Right Honorable Speaker, who will deliver his speech, and then make the formal presentation of the appropriation law for your kind signing. And then thereafter, we will warmly invite you for your remarks, and then we'll close the session with a prayer. Group photograph will be the last item. So on this note, it is my honor to invite the Honorable Commissioner of Finance to give us the opening prayer. Honorable Commissioner, sir. Thank you very much. Now, with this, we now proceed to the speech as well as presentation by the Right Honorable Speaker. So it is my honor to hand over the microphones to the Right Honorable Speaker, Katsina House of Assembly, to proceed with the speech and the presentation as well.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Katsina State, Malanduko Marat, PhD, CON. The Honorable Chief Judge of Katsina State, Justice Musa Beladi, the Deputy Speaker and Honorable Members of the House, the Secretary to the Government of Katsina State, the Chief Judge, the Head of Civil Service, members of the Executive Council, the PPS, to His Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the press, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Your Excellency, it is my honor to present to you the 2026 Appropriation Law on behalf of my colleagues, the honorable members of Katsina State House of Assembly. This budget is the product of intensive legislative process. We took our time to study it, ask questions for the best interest of our people to ensure that documents reflect their needs for the progress of the state. Your Excellency may recall that the budget you submitted to the House was 897 billion 865 million 282 naira 5 kobo only. After careful reviews, the House agreed that the proposal was sound and in line the development plan of this administration. Therefore, the amounts remain the same. As we present this appropriation law for Your Excellency to assent, we pray to Almighty Allah to continue to bless this administration, guide us in the proper use of public resources, and help us to implement this budget successfully. May Allah bring an end to all security challenges, protect our communities, and unite us in progress and development. Finally, I wish His Excellency, who will be the first governor in Nigeria today to sign the creation. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. History in the making. Katsina, the first state to sign the appropriation law among the 30 states of the Federation. Any moment from now, we shall witness the signing proper. The three arms of the government will be properly represented as far as signing. My Lord, the Chief Judge and the Commissioner of Budget will also join His Excellency. Budget and Finance. Thank you. May we be seated, please? Thank you. Let's have your attention, please. Building your Future 3 has just been signed into law by His Excellency, the Executive Governor. At this point in time, it is my honor and privilege to invite His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Katsina State, for his response. Your Excellency, sir.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa sallim. Right Honorable Speaker, Katsina State House of Assembly, the Chief Judge of the State, Deputy Speaker, and other principal officers, as well as members of the House of Assembly, most especially the Chairman of the State Assembly Appropriation Committee, the Secretary to the Government of the State Head of Service, members of the State Executive Council, EPS Special Advisors, other heads of various departments and agencies, the Clerk of the State Assembly, other distinguished members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to thank Almighty Allah for witnessing this day, the day that we have signed the 2026 Appropriation Bill passed by the State Assembly. If you may recall, we have presented the budget proposal to the State Assembly on the 4th of November 2025. At that time, I think we are the first subnational to submit budget to the State Assembly budget proposal. And today, after 21 working days, the State Assembly yesterday, 25th of November, barely 21 days after submitting it, the proposal to them, they were able to pass it. And today, by the grace of God, I have signed the 2026 budget appropriation bill passed by the State Assembly to the tune of 897 billion 865 million 78,282 naira .05 kobo. This is a budget. This is the appropriation law that was passed by the State Assembly and signed into law by the Governor. And if you could recall, the state budget comprises of about 18% recurrent and about 81% capital. This is also the first budget passed in this state since creation that has this low percentage of recurrent expenditure. And if you could remember as well in the late Eradua, a law was passed to ensure that 30% of our budget does not, the recurrent does not exceed 30% of our budget. But today, late Umaru Musa Radua was passed away. May Allah bless his gentle soul. We have seen a stage of passing 18% of the budget to a recurrent expenditure. I think we are not deviating from the legacies he has left behind. And I must say that I think you have done incredibly well, the National State Assembly. For you to do so many sacrifices. First, you forfeit your holiday to address this very challenging issue to the state. And as well as you have spent sleepless night calling all the ministries and agencies to defend the budget. And after that, we went to Kano for compilation, which you have spent so many nights, sleepless nights, trying to put up this budget and pass it appropriately. We thank you most sincerely for this very kind gesture. This has really demonstrated your sacrifice, your love for the state, the love for the people, and your community commitment to service. And this is how we want all the State Assembly to work. And the kind of support you have been given to this association is unprecedented, honestly. You have been supporting us. We have passed so many bills. I don't think there is any state assembly that passed as many bills as we passed from the last 2 years. And more are coming. And more are coming. More and more are coming. So that we put all regulatory things in place. And we are happy the Chief Judge is here. And for him to also comply with the laws you have passed in passing judgments appropriately. And thank you and the judiciary for the support you have been given the administration. So in Katsina State, we have a very unique system. A unique system in which the executive, legislators, and the judiciary are working in partnership and in collaboration. And we thank you for that. And another important thing that people need to understand about our budget is this is really what we call the people's budget. Because this budget, we got input from 361 wards. All the 361 wards conducted town hall meetings. And they were able to give us all their needs. Because it doesn't make sense for us as government to sit in the government house and draw a budget without consulting the people we are going to spend the money on. We felt it's important. Last year, we conducted zonal town hall meetings in which we put all the people from all the senatorial districts, from all the local governments in one hall. But this year we said no, let us go to the wards. Maybe next time we go to the polling units. The essence is to bring government closer to the people. And this budget was attended in the 361 was attended by over 70,000 people. I think 78,000 something, who have attended the various town hall meetings at the various wards in the 361 areas. So that shows that people have really fought. I think that was what makes it easy for the State Assembly members to pass the budget, because all the things they will bring on the table has already been presented by their constituents. So there is no any wahala. I think the State Assembly found it very easy because the budget is what reflects the minds of whom they are representing in the state assemblies. So is one another thing that is very unique to us. You know, Katsina State, I'll have to say it humbly, that since the history, since before the colonial masters came, when we were operating kingdoms. And Katsina State has done very well when we were at war with our neighbors. In fact, I can say that the gate of one of the major areas in the Hausa land, the Gobere, is still in the Katsina Museum. So we have defeated so many of these kingdoms. And when it comes to politics, the state is unique as well. We produce 2 presidents of democratically elected presidents in this country. And if it is in terms of war or combat, the state has also produced a military head of state. We have produced so many Chief Judge of the Federation, President of the Court of Appeals, IGs, not 1, not 2. So a lot of the state has really done well in so many areas, being it politics, business, what have you. So that is why we don't want to relent. We have to follow the footpaths of our forefathers and ensure that Katsina State is left not behind. We should always be at the forefront in the national discourse. So we thank you very much for the support the people of Katsina State has been giving this administration. And all our leaders, both religious, traditional, political, we thank you very much for all the support. And to the members of the press, we also thank you. You have been very supportive and cooperative, even though you run some criticisms, but that has strengthened us. You know, if you are not criticized, you may overlook some things. When you are criticized, you look at it. If it's genuine, you take it. If it's not genuine, you throw it to the basket and move ahead. So we thank you for all the support you have been giving us. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, you have made history. You have done great work for this state. And I want to tell the people of Katsina State, we have a very state assembly who have been very supportive. And then to the members of the Executive Council, we thank you very much, because I've received report from Mr. Speaker that you have been very supportive to them. Whomever they call, you go. Whenever they need any explanation, you offer. And that is what we call good working relationship. Let's sustain and allow the State Assembly members also to exercise their duties of oversight functioning. You know, we have passed the appropriation bill, so the State Assembly, go after them and ask them why they have not done this, why they have not done that. And then make sure that they have done the right thing. Right thing, I emphasize. With these checks and balances, we can be able to say, yes, we are representing the state, we are representing the people. And then also, I would say, even the local government councils, they are doing very well. And we are aware the state government is funding them appropriately. So now our local governments are fully back with life. If you go, that is why now the volume of people that comes to the government house reduces drastically. Because all the grassroots politicians, it's easier for them to go to their local governments and their councillors for one thing or the other. And we'll continue to keep on funding the local governments. And Chairman Local Government Committee, Honorable Sabwa, I think you should open your eyes and make sure that they do the right thing as well. But don't fight, don't fight them, but but try to do your work also to make sure that the money that is meant for people goes to them. And that is the most important thing that we want to ensure. But the relationship between the local government chairman and the members of the State Assembly, I also thank God that we have a good relationship, and we should continue with that relationship. And I want to seize this opportunity also to say that to the members of the House of Assembly that we want to also sympathize with you over your colleague, the honorable member of Mani, who had an accident, and we are glad to see him today after some months, but we hope he will recover fully and to continue with this legislative activity. May Almighty Allah guide your recovery. May Almighty Allah guide us, guide the state, secure our state, and ensure a continuous peace and harmony in our state. And we thank God the peace deal initiatives organized by the communities is yielding a very positive result. Because now I can say that in some days, last few days, I have not received one single incident in the state from the security report I have been having. And then those in charge of hospital bills for the victims of insurgency, they have reported to me that today, I think, this month, I think we have not spent up to 2 million. Before, we used to spend over 40 million in a month to address some of the health bills of the victims of, and then the support we have been giving to those kidnapped and those also whom were killed in the services. We have not paid that amount of money for a very long time. So that has shown to us that yes, we didn't say that there is none, but we are still getting a lot of progress. A lot of progress we are recording, a lot of progress. So let's continue, our religious leaders, let's continue to pray for the lasting peace, to pray for this thing to be sustained, because what we did is sustenance. And so that we all go back to, and we are glad this year we have witnessed a very bumper harvest. Very bumper harvest. Yesterday I was coming from Paskari when I went to commission the dam project. But the beans I saw in the farms is really has really moved my heart. Everywhere you look at, they have removed the guinea corn, they have removed the sorghum, but the beans, because people were able to spread it in the bush, in their farms, on the surface of the rocks, and nobody takes anything from it. Last 2 years, when you separate that in the morning, when you come, you will not see anything. But today you see it over by the roadside in their farms. They have all left it there, and nobody is picking it. That has really shown to us that even for those who don't want to hear that we have peace in Katsina, but they should go back to their villages and see what is happening. Because most of them, they don't visit their villages. They don't know how their brothers in Katsina. And to ensure that, and it was done by the Community Development Program under the community level committees. They were the ones who identified the farmers, and they were the ones who gave the farmers the fertilizer. the pumping machines, the insecticide, the seeds, all of that. So all of us, the members of the State Assembly, the legislators, the governors, everybody hands up. It is the people that are sharing this thing themselves. So that is why we are not getting complaints here and there, because the right people are getting the right thing. So we thank God. It's not our work, it's not our effort, it's God's effort, it's God's work, it's God's guidance. May God continue to guide us, guide the state. May God takes you back and enjoy your holidays. I know that now that the budget is passed, members will want to go for holidays. And maybe even the governor may want to rest at the members of Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I think His Excellency the Governor deserves a standing ovation. Let's give him a standing ovation, please. Thank you. May you be seated, please. Now, before the closing prayer, I think a very important highlight of this event, which is going to be a presentation of group photograph earlier taken during the presentation of the budget to the House. The Right Honourable Speaker will do that, to be assisted by the Deputy Speaker. Probably the House Leader will also join. Chairman. To hoto ne na tarihi, na ga an ɗauke shi lokacin da mai girma gwamna ya kai to madalla. To zan nami addu'a, zan nami addu'a. Ta zami addu'a ina gabari I think Chairman House Committee on Women Affairs, she's a addu'a. Honorable Al-Baba. To shi kenan an overruling. To daga Alababa mun tafi da Musa. Da Musa. To mun koma jibiya.
A gara fatiha da salatu annabi. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin arrahman arrahim maliki yawmiddin iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم إنا نجعلك في نحورهم ونعوذ بك من شرورهم. اللهم إنا نجعلك في نحورهم ونعوذ بك من شرورهم. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. وصل اللهم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله.